Well, good day and welcome to Vegas. Welcome to Drive Time. Out picking up supplies for the big road trip. I wanted to chat to you today about a question I got yesterday on a webinar that I was doing. And the question was, Brad, what are you doing with your goals now? Have you decreased your goals for 2020? Have you kept them the same? What have you done? And my answer was very simple. We've doubled down. Our goal in every company is to beat last year. Our goal is to find a way to do something crazy and beat what we've done before. Our goal is not to hide and not hunker down type thing. Our goal in every business right now is to beat last year and to work out how do we do that. Because see, if you don't challenge yourself with a massive goal, with a challenging goal, then you're not going to think any different. You're just going to do the same stuff. And so even though some businesses, yes, we have one that was fully shut down during this period, we have one that was up, but the majority of them have stayed above water. And we look at it and we say, okay, how are we going to beat last year? And that's the question I'm posing to all of my CEOs, all of my executive teams. How will we beat last year? Because it's not about just surviving this thing. It's about coming out of it in thrive mode. It's about coming out of it in a way that you beat what you were doing before. Come out stronger. It's like, there's that thing of fitter or fatter. How are you coming out of COVID? Are you coming out with a much better? Are you coming out stronger mentally, stronger physically, stronger in business? Or are you going to let this thing push you around? And so for us, we've chosen the methodology of going hard at this thing, going after it. Oh, thanks for typing in where you're at. Great to see Ashley in Essex, from Guyana. We got Michael. We got a bunch of people from all over. So thanks for typing in where you're at. If you're new to Drive Time, we all type in where we're at because it's just like we're having a drive together. We're all out on a drive all around the world. So here's 4 things that I want you to be thinking about as you go into setting goals for yourself for the rest of the year. What was your best year? What was your personal best? What was the biggest and best and baddest year you ever had? And what did you do? How did you make that happen? And how are you going to do that again now? What is going to be your biggest, best, baddest year? How are you going to make this the biggest year you've ever had? Remember, we've still got a whole half a year to go, gang. This is not over. It's one massive down quarter. We can make that up. We can pick it up. We can do good. We got 6 months of running this show. So if we change the way we do things, we change our business, change our marketing, whatever it is we need to do, we can run this thing out to the end of the year and beat last year. We can do it. So what was your biggest, baddest year? What was your best? What's your personal best? What's the record? Go for it. Second one I want you to be thinking about in this time. Yes, some businesses are thriving. I know some are shut down. I've experienced all 3. But some businesses are thriving, and you got to understand, about 1/3 of the market right now, they just want to get out and start spending. About 1/3 of people don't care about this thing. In fact, some of them think it was all a hoax, the whole craziness of all of this. But you've got to be thinking about business from a perspective of, I've got to be looking for where the thrive is right now. I've got to be hunting for the thrive. Where's the people who want to spend money? Where are the people who want to go and do this? How am I going to find them rather than worrying about the few percent or the 10% or the 20 or even the 30% that don't want to do anything when they're out there right now? So go after the thriving markets is a very big one for all of us right now. Who is spending? Who is shopping? Who is buying? What are they buying? What are they spending money on? Got to be thinking of it. Third thing I want you to think about with this whole idea of beating last year. You've had comebacks before. You've had down. You've had tough. What is your thing? How are you going to get through this? Where is the comeback? Rely on the fact that you've done this before. You've gotten through negative stuff before. What makes you think you won't get through negative stuff again now? All of us, as we go into business, as we go into anything, we've survived tough stuff. We've survived negatives. We can survive it again. We'll beat it again. We'll do it again. Every one of us. You've got other people who've beaten negatives, who've beaten the down count. They've gone and they've done this thing, and you can do it too. I got clients of mine who are beating their last year, and they never thought they'd go anywhere near beating last year right now. You know why? Because they're learning, they're studying, they're working on it, they're doing 30X, they're going for it, and that's what I want to see more of. And fourth and final thing I want to say to you about beating last year. Rally the troops. You don't have to do this all on your own. Rally the troops. Get the team around you, whether it's your accountant or your banker or your business coach or your staff or your family. But rally the team. Get other people coming up with ideas. Get other people joining in with you, because there are ways to go and build your business. There are ways to beat this thing. And I want to see you beating it. And I want to see success going on out there. So let's beat last year. Let's set a goal to go harder. Double down on this thing. Don't back off on it. You know, that's ultimately the mindset that I think is going to win this thing for all of us. You know, I cannot believe that we can't change our mindset and therefore change our situation and change our results. So go for it, go hard at it. What's your biggest lesson today? Type it in here. If you want this stuff to start becoming real, you got to voice it. So type it in. What's your biggest lesson? What are you going to take out of this? What's your action point? What are you going to do based on what we've said here today? Go rewrite those goals. Go sit down, put pen to paper, and get your goals written down. Don't just put them in your head. Unless they're written down, they're not real. If you don't write down the goals, you're not going to do the learning. If you don't write down the goals, you're not going to do the planning. If you don't write down the goals, you're not going to make them real. So get your goals on paper or type them in right here, and let's get going with it. Listen, I'm glad to be back on Drive Time. I'm glad to be back with y'all. Drive Time for the next couple of weeks might have to be from the RVs. We'll see how we go. Anyway, take care, be good, be safe, and take care of each other out there. We be kind to each other. That's the way we need to do it, especially the business owners out there. They're worried. They're panicked as they're reopened. So give them a break. Go spend a few more dollars than you normally would and tip a little more than you normally would. Take care. Bye for now.